Some stories are heard, others become legendary. Welcome to the Becoming Legendary podcast, hosted by Rita Valente, the visibility architect and the fame activator. Real stories, raw conversations, legendary impact.
There we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, or welcome to becoming or being legendary. That is the problem of when you create content and it's your own playground. What the heck? But legendary is all about my brand and going from who you are to who you want to be have been my journey. And I'm going to do an introduction to me so I can bridge to you.
Absolutely.
Many years ago, I will say 22. One day, even though I was already an entrepreneur since I was 18, drop off high school because I was a teenager mom, but I figured out how to build my first business. I decided I did want to be famous. And I became, and I regret. And that is 2007, so I'm telling you, like a long time ago. And there was no social media, so you had no control on the narrative. And it's a very, very different story. So, that being said, I understand how visibility did work. I moved out of my country. I became an international DJ. I tour the world because I understand, even though I don't necessarily love social media, I understand how to play the game, how to find the unique selling point of a story and make that. That being said, since July last year, I transform, and I'm going to sound very arrogant, but I transform more than 54 lives.
Wow.
And I will say transform because what I do is bring visibility to people. That is what we say, but we activate the real version of themselves. So, as well, and why becoming a legendary, and sorry, and I'm taking all the space of this intro, but I really want to create. No, you will understand why I'm doing this. Some months ago, I was on the worst moment of my life. I lost all. And supposedly I had 3 months to live. And I'm driving my four-wheeler on Tulum. And I was wondering, how can you, because I have children, even though they don't talk with me, that's another story. How can I live forever? And there is where I change the concept and I decide then I was not me because I don't need it, but my story is going to bring special people and make them legendary or expand the fact they are legendary already. So long bullshit. Oh, I swear a lot. Long bullshit.
That's all right.
I have a gift, again, arrogance, full arrogance. I'm in premenopause. I don't know if it's my hormones, but I have a tendency to say all things that come to my mind. And and I'm weird mix of being born in Portugal, raised in Africa, and no exactly breaks on my tongue. So when I saw you, I have this gift to know that whatever is going to happen after this talk or during this talk, I am living for this talk. Why? You have something special. And I cannot grasp in human words. Oh, I realize I probably am not from this planet because my brain works in a weird way. But there is something about you. So, after 10 minutes of this bullshitty intro, Jonny, who
Yeah.
are you? Look, loaded question. I know you are on this world to change the game. I'm not exactly sure. And I left myself full of curiosity because I think that is the juiciness of these talks.
Absolutely.
Now, my love, the stage is all yours. Bring it.
Okay. Where do I begin with this? Wow. Thank you for sharing your story. That's amazing. And to be honest with you, um, I mean, I maybe I look young to most people, but I'm actually, a little bit older.
I don't know
And
what you think it's a build, but I'm 45. I have no issue in
ah,
this. Yeah, okay.
oh,
So,
same here. I'm gonna be 43 this Saturday. So,
oh,
people just say, "Oh, yeah." So they think, I think social, in our generation, you're right. We didn't have social media. I mean, the closest thing back then was like a MySpace, right? That's what started this whole
and that
thing.
was late. Like, boy, when that arrived, I was mom of three already. And so, yeah, no, we did not
Yeah.
have that.
No, 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 not at all. And it was one of those things that like you, I mean, I can just tell like I'm very good with energy and discerning people and that's why when you contacted me, you know, I immediately knew like this one's different because usually you get a lot of spammy things like that's
Oh,
just how it is. A lot of
yes.
posts, things like this. But I
Oh,
knew you were
I love
different.
it.
The
Uh,
way you carried yourself was different. Even I think what was funny is the manager of my company forwarded over. You left a voice note, and nobody
I
does that
do.
anymore.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do. I do
but you
because we are so fed up of spamming. And I just like, yeah, I can clone my voice, but you will never sound like this.
exactly.
So, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And
yeah.
and that's what spoke out to me because I'm a real person too. So anytime it's serious, hey, just so you know, I'm so and so. This is a real person, yada yada. Because people, there's too many people falling for like fake loves on internet and stuff like that. And like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. Anyway, so uh,
High five
so
on
I'm
that,
sorry.
Johnny. High five on
I
that.
thought,
Yes, yes, amazing AI. We love it. But this is,
but the realism is where it counts. And to be honest with you, like for me, back when I started, I kind of have a history too. Before I fell into this pheromone perfume space and started my company. As a matter of fact, there was a. Are you familiar with the what is that show? The movie Magic Mike.
yeah, of course.
Okay, so
Okay.
back
I
in the
know
day
what it
before
comes
Magic,
next. Okay.
yeah, back in the
Very,
day, I was
very
like, that's kind
soft,
of.
very soft introduction.
That's
Keep
kind of
going.
yes, I understand. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because that's kind of where it all
Oh, I
started for
was
me. It's
play-by
just
cover
that.
10 years ago, so we are good. We can. Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what led me into understanding more about women is just not just as a performer, but I dove deep into like social skills and putting yourself out there as a man and networking with people, meeting people, and social dynamics, I should say. So that led me into a realm because I was always been in relationships my whole life, with minus some certain gaps. But every single time, right, I've got into
It's like
right. Isn't that
I normally marry, and I think I'm almost going to the Guinness records. But okay, that is another.
yeah, yeah.
I'm single now, so that is the first time in my life. I'm being honest.
I understand.
Okay, so yeah,
No,
not
it's
that.
okay,
Yeah, it's I understand you. It's
right? And
right. It's we
it
have too much love to give.
Exactly.
Yes.
And when you're young like that, and back in the day, the early 2000s, the late 90s, I mean, you're talking about these were the days of like, reality TV, and there was shows now popping up, and celebrities were partying at this time, I used to go to
Yeah,
the
it
same
was the
club here
first
in
time
Holland.
that you could be I used to, so I became super famous in my country, and
Yeah.
I used to be
Mm-hmm.
famous.
Mm-hmm.
So I was an entrepreneur, and then I became famous and I lost my company, and I was the most broken that I was in my life. And basic because of my looks, they did want
Mm-hmm.
to put me on a box where I was famous for nothing
I
except
see.
except the looks and
The outward,
etc.
the outward
Yeah,
appearance. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I get you. Is keep going.
And so,
I feel that I'm talking to the mirror, but come on.
no, this is great. Like, you're gonna love this. So, make a long story longer.
No, it's like, you know what? This is our playground. We do whatever
Yeah,
time we want.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so what happened was during this time, I think that's what usually empowered me when you come out of a relationship and you're trying to figure yourself out again, because somewhere along the lines, being in a relationship, you forget what it's like to be yourself because you give yourself so much to a person, and you realize, wait a minute, maybe this wasn't really meant to be. It doesn't make sense now, but I know God has a better plan for me, because otherwise, why do I feel this way? I felt like you're being called for something bigger than myself. You know what I mean? Like, so what led me down that rabbit hole was I became a dating coach at some point, because there was a show on, very popular here in America, called The Pickup Artist. And
Mhm.
so I was always really, really good with women, not per se just like
I
being with
believe
women,
so.
but you know what I mean? It was more the social dynamic aspect
Mhm.
of what a man should be, like what are the proper things to say when I approach a woman versus, if you, back in your day, how many guys, like even to this day, I'm sure guys come in, oh, you're so hot. Oh my God, you're so hot. Oh,
You know
they
not?
go straight into it.
It's not true. It's so funny. I have for some reason a filter. I'm short, so I don't know
Mm-hmm.
in feet because I always get in meters. Like I'm
Meters
not
on.
big. I'm not big at all. And I always have this, even when I was on stage, like
Mm-hmm.
men get scared of me. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why. And I have
Mm-hmm.
two things, or men who come to me because they want me to take care of them and then
Mm-hmm.
activates the saver on me,
Uh-huh.
or men who feel they are going to be competing with me.
Mm.
So no, I don't have that. And
No,
no, no, it's very interesting. Thank you for bringing that, but no,
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 yeah.
no, no, no,
That's,
nope.
I think for women, see, women, even in general, like the average looking women, they're very validated. I mean, if you look through their DMs, how many guys, will be in their DMs, But I've come to find out most guys, especially nowadays, maybe the generation's a little bit different now, but it's the same problem. They don't know how to talk to a beautiful woman, or they get intimidated, or they feel like they need something. Sometimes a guy is very, very good looking, and women will think, oh, guy, he's hot, but the attraction fizzes out very shortly, only because a woman will understand emotionally, like, this man's looks will do nothing for my life, because women survive off survival. You know what I mean? They are attracted to survival. This is why you see a lot of women with a younger mindset, they're attracted to older men. Why? Because
All
older
my
men have their
life.
shit together.
All my life. And something very weird is happening right now. Like I
Yeah.
went from after 7 years up to, for some weird reason, what I call babies, what not necessarily are. Like
Yeah.
I was in Miami some months ago, and I always
Yeah.
had these cowboy boots. Don't ask. I'm a minimalist. It's a long story. I just took a cowboy pair of boots in Miami, and like I start having these kids. When I mean kids, I want to be clear. I mean 37, 40, What for me are babies, because I used to date 7 years, 12 years older than me.
Older. Sure.
In my case, right now, dinosaurs. So I was like, what the heck is going
Yeah.
on?
What's going on?
But I think, no, it's not. Oh, this is a good one for
Yeah.
us. I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think then younger men feel less pressure now
Mm.
with older women who knows
Yes.
what they want.
Oh
And
yeah. Big time.
I don't know.
Big time.
Just
I think I'm going to be honest with you. Anna, I believe this is the reason why you get men hitting on you all the time. Is because especially
it's
the younger
not all
guys.
the time of I'm a fucking workaholic, and I don't get men hitting on me all the time at all because I'm obsessed with my work. And it,
Mhm.
and it's like this. If like
Yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
young, not necessary, but since many years ago, when with someone, I'm with someone 100%. Loyalty for me.
Mm.
Like I can
Yes.
tell you, be careful because I found myself looking to someone. Let's talk about it. Something is
Hmm.
off. I'm an open book. If I'm with you, I'm
Sure.
with you. And I think when you are like that, you are not aware of your
Yes.
surroundings or you don't
Right.
attract. So
Mm.
I keep saying you are wrong and I'm right.
Mm.
No, but keep going.
And so, what was I saying? Oh,
Oh,
so basically, like what jumped into that is like understanding about social dynamic culture. And I said to myself, Johnny, I was like, yes, I don't want to do this the rest of my life.
Johnny, yes.
I mean, it's great helping guys and this and that in their dating lives, but I wanted to transcend because I always had a fashion sense. So I was always into how men take care of themselves on the outside appearance because I think that's for anybody. I think the first thing they're going to look at is what you wear on the outside, right? And how you smell. And particularly, I was always a big
Oh
fan
my
of
God, I feel
fragrances.
totally there. There we are
Yeah.
totally opposites. I am that kind of woman
Uh.
who are a tomboy, could
Uh-huh.
dress.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I used to
Yeah.
do all kinds of covers and look the most amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I did change my shirt because I was going to have a podcast with you, and I swear to you,
Sure.
I have no perfume at home. I'm living in Merida in the middle of Mexico, what helps a lot.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm not the normal. No, no,
Ah,
no,
got you.
no.
Got you. And
But
and that's and that's
I'm an
okay.
extraterrestrial.
And that's okay, because also too, like that's kind of what led me is I wanted to stick with the basics of attraction. So I stick with since I was really good at um I at understanding different scent profiles, what
Mm.
because it's a scent is subjective. When you smell something, it can bring a memory back when you were younger, maybe
Hmm.
something
Like
like of your
food.
childhood. It just
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And this triggers something in the brain. That's why
Like
fragrances
music.
always speak unique.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sense and music.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
Now
you
you got
just
it.
you did give
Now,
me an amazing idea. Okay, keep going.
now check this. So I thought to myself, I remember I came across these pheromone things and I was playing with it and I remember I do some
Wait,
research and
wait,
things
wait,
like
wait,
this
wait,
and
wait, wait, wait. Reframe.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I saw the word pheromones in my brain.
Yes.
I consider myself a person who knows a lot of information that not necessarily has needs to know. And I did know a little bit about pheromones, but to be honest, I was like, I don't believe that shit works. Point. And then I was like, wait a second. And if you really figure out this, he has gold in his hands. I mean, you,
Mm,
not me.
mm.
Like, because where did we lose track of this? And in special on the moment where I don't know, I think our generation, I'm slightly older than you, but
Mm,
we lived the life in a way that life came
mm,
to us and punched
mhm.
us in the face, and we
Yeah.
survive and we have the muscle to keep going. And I am a warrior and a fighter. I see these new generations and I see the pressure and the fact that they are waiting for the result in 2 seconds and how they feel they need to be. And because one of my superpowers is I don't give them with what people then are not on my very small circle think about me. I really don't care, but they do. And so if they do, you need to help them solve problems, believing in themselves, having hope and confidence.
I
Look to
agree.
you.
1000%. Now, I 1000%. We live in a day and age where everyone, and this is why a lot of people now are comparing themselves to another because of social media. Yes, I love social media, but it can also, I mean, it's designed to become an identity, quote unquote, so to
To
speak,
become
for someone
all
to
the
present.
same.
Exactly. And this is the reason why and that's why I'm saying, that's why I loved how we got in contact with each other and actually be able to tackle this. To be honest with you, I mean, me myself, I was probably guilty of that, falling into this loophole of how social media can essentially be toxic until I, somewhere along the way, and because I started going down the spiritual route, that's a whole different scenario. But make a long story short, is basically I went down the rabbit hole, gone into drugs and these Hollywood scenes, and I kid you not, Anna.
International DJ here, like,
Hey,
yeah,
what's up? You know what's up, right?
yeah.
So I had an encounter with God, like the God, like Jesus Christ. He came to me, saved my life, spoke to me. I stopped doing drugs. I quit watching porn. I quit, everything that was toxic in my life,
I want to
got
be
rid
your
of.
friends.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be friends, Anna. Definitely going to be friends. I'm telling you, girl, this goes levels deep. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, I
and if
know
I can
you
tell
feel
you,
it. Like,
yeah,
it's such a weird thing, and I'm sorry because it's such a beautiful moment what you are telling. I
yeah.
died 2 times on the last couple of
Uh-huh.
years, and
Uh-huh.
I just want to drop something that is very random. I was a business coach for quite some time and I give up
Mm-hmm.
because I am a workaholic and I
Yeah.
grind. And if I tell you
Yeah.
we are going to do it, we are going to do it. And I will not sleep.
Yes.
I'm awake since 11 p.m. yesterday.
Oh,
So
wow. Wow.
we are going to make it. Like I say in Spanish, do you know Spanish? I say in Spanish,
Yes. That makes sense.
no entro na cancha se no es para ganar. So I'm not
Mm.
going to the field if I'm not going to win.
Yes.
I don't
Makes
play that
sense.
game. But what I want to say with this is what I did with you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need attention and really
Mm-hmm.
meaningful quality
Mm-hmm.
of desire of talking with someone, whatever. I did not want you to say, "Oh, let's work together." Do we have, it was something about you, and I always approach like that. And
Yeah.
what people forget, and I'm going to your God in a second,
Yes.
is more than money, more than cars, more than attention is the higher currency.
Mm-hmm.
This moment, and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that we are both enjoying this moment, and I'm super happy right now. I don't need any other thing. I'm present here with
Yes.
you, I'm listening to you, I'm learning, and I'm having a lot of fun. And
Mm-hmm.
that is what people don't know how to do or how to be, because they are always on the next. I will be happy
On it.
when. So finding
Yes.
odds of finding your little, in my case, was finding the little version of me who did need me more than any other thing. And I don't want to cry,
Mm.
and I cry a lot. Um, talk about that.
Yeah. So I think I told you when I was diving into the spirituality thing, I started diving into a lot of things like self manifestation, vibrations, started going to like deeper stuff like drugs that'll get you into the spirit realm. I would attend these parties. I don't know if you're aware because we even go to Tulum and they have a lot of these kind of stuff.
I know.
It's
I
just
live
very
there.
yeah. And you know how it is. And there's certain drugs that will bring you to a higher level of consciousness. And
And it
then
depends on where you take it. And Tulum is a very complicated
very complicated.
place
Yes.
energetically. No,
Yes.
I died in Tulum because of an accident. And
Oh, I see.
Tulum have two things, or can really activate your creativity,
Hmm.
but you need to go in and go out. You
I
cannot,
agree.
I cannot live there. I almost
Hmm.
died again because it's like a field of energy.
It
Then,
is.
especially if you are an empath, and I believe you are much
Hmm.
more than that, if you are
Hmm.
oversensitive like I am, like
Hmm.
it's not a place to live. So
I agree.
if
I
you
agree.
are under, if you are not with the correct people during a certain kind of setting, is everything.
Oh yeah. Oh
Setting is
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
and,
go
and
ahead.
it leads to darker places. And mind you, when that happened, I was at a spiritual party here in LA during COVID shutdown, and I was on all kinds of.
I'm sorry. Spiritual party in LA with COVID shutdown is like a
That's
sentence
already
that
bad.
doesn't go, it doesn't go together, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we had at the time. There was curfew; no one could be out, right? So has to host it, right? It wasn't me who hosting it, but anyway, like that's kind of what led me down that path. And to be honest with you, and that's why I started studying every religion, every type of anything spiritual. But I'm the one who not follows trends. I understand that you can find things on YouTube, you can find this teacher, that teacher, but I want to know the roots, all the roots, because you hear a lot of spiritual things. And every single time I've dived into another religion or dived into spirituality, it all led back to the Bible because to be honest, I never read the whole Bible. So I was just like, I don't know. I was raised and born Catholic. My family are Filipino. So, Mexicans,
Oh,
I'm
I
assuming
knew
it's the
it.
same
Why I
thing.
love you. Sorry, I did not want to say
Yeah,
like this. It was,
no problem.
I adore your country of your family. I
Oh, yeah,
adore,
yeah, yeah.
I adore Manila. Sorry, touring in Manila. I'm
Yeah.
always telling this.
Yes,
Your
yes.
people are the best humans in this planet. Sorry,
Yes.
drop
Thank
it
you.
there.
I take it. I take it.
It
I
is,
receive it.
that explains a lot. Sorry. I
We
just,
are Asian Mexicans, believe it or not.
yeah, I know, I don't know,
That's
I
why
know, I
when
know, I know, but forget the Mexican part. But not this, like something about Philippine people.
Mm,
I don't know what is in your guys' water, but in is the most beautiful aligned souls in
yeah,
like
thank you.
in a
They're
pack.
very humble. The thing is, Philippines is very, very poor country. So depending on where you are, it's like the $1 here is like 50 pesos over
I
there, right? So it's
know.
like 50 bucks. But
I used to
mind you,
tour a lot there.
yeah, I know. So I'm sure you know, and I love our people. But even though I'm born as an American, because I was born here in Los Angeles, I want to understand roots. But going back to that, I grew up with a Catholic faith, but I didn't really know God. I had a foundation of God, but I was just like because my parents told me to, or because I was brought up this way. But me myself, at this point in this stage in my life, fast forward broken on drugs and like it just didn't feel fulfilled, and there's no amount of money, there's no amount of women, it just felt empty. It was just chasing. I started believing, I started developing a spiritual ego because I started diving into self manifestation. The whole idea of self is works of the devil because the devil wants to praise himself.
You
So when it
believe you
becomes
can
I,
control, right?
yes, I did
Oh
this,
my
I
God.
did
I
that,
suffer the
I will
same.
do this.
I am in control. I can make it happen. Guess what? The
It falls.
have very dark jokes sometimes.
Yes. And to be honest with you, and people don't have to believe or not if the devil is real. He's very real because I've seen him, and it's crazy when he comes to you. He's not like this guy with horns and a tail. No. It comes pretty, but the energy is dark. The discernment in your heart, something is off, like what you were saying. And that's when you told me about that.
The more you make me cry. No,
That's
it's not.
okay.
It's such a beautiful conversation
Yeah.
because the more you heal,
Mm-hmm.
the more, because probably you suffer of the same issue than me. I
Oh
suffer
yeah. I should
of
have
a
been dead.
syndrome. I suffer of a syndrome of the selfish pleasure of giving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same.
I am the happiest when I make other people happy.
Happy. Yeah.
Like, I have that, and I have a like the weird thing. I adore make money. I don't necessarily love to spend money.
Mm.
But the devil will try you out. And I make music as well. And
Mm.
I just did the song some days ago. And using AI is amazing because you can skip a lot of bullshitting things.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a reason. And when the song is, then she was an angel and she
Mm.
died soft. And now
Mm.
I became the villain because it's like this healing process for me and have been hardcore on the last 6 months.
Awesome.
All my life, but on the last 6 months. And it's like I arrived to a point where my personality or my life like split, and this
Mm.
version of me don't allowed what
Mm.
she used to endure.
Yeah.
And I see the devil coming in such a sweet way.
Mm.
When
Mm-hmm.
you think like, oh, everything is so good. Everything is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
figure out then happiness is peace and you don't need any single thing, you always will try to figure out a way to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and the worst thing that we can do is believing this, like, no, it's all under control.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. And that's the lies of what the devil wants to put in our head. The whispers are like, no, you got this. You. Here's the thing. I've realized, and I've spiritually matured through all of it. Is when it becomes me, I, self, me, I started developing a spiritual ego, and then the more I was feeding my whatever I wanted, the more empty I felt inside. And then I broke down, left it all to God, and I thanked him because I shouldn't even be alive today. How many times I woke up in my own bed, I drove my own car, and I'm like, I drove here? Oh my, no, fuck, I should have been dead, dude. Like at least a billion times. That is God's grace on my life. So at that point, I made a vow, and I even though I'm still learning and I'm making mistakes, that's a part of being human, and that's okay. But sometimes when you have a walk and you find God, and you serve a bigger purpose than self, the devil will put it in your head that you messed up, you fucked up, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're
Oh,
not that. You know what I'm saying? Because
we are the
yeah,
worst enemies.
you are,
I
yeah,
will
yep.
never have a friend who talked with me the
Mhm.
way that I do sometimes.
Oh yeah, yep. You're gonna be your biggest critic, I'm telling you, because now you walk in light now,
It's
right? And you,
yeah, it's very interesting because I don't know
uh-huh.
what you think about drugs, but let's go there.
Yes.
I did believe I was never, I always did drugs because I was in the company with someone, not
Mm,
alone. I had problems with alcohol later, like
mm.
other
Same.
moments. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, I'm very honest, and I always now I have ChatGPT, but I always wrote my diary, and I was very
Mm.
honest about you are taking too much, you cannot sleep, and I'm talking MDMA to keep relationships, and I'm talking all
Yeah.
kinds of things to survive, to not destroy
Same.
families, And,
Yes.
I want to keep this marriage, so let's fake then like hardcore things. And I realized then the big addiction was not the drug, was how terrible I talked to myself after, and the
Mm.
level of hormones and disgust and shame I had, and how that did produce some chemical reaction in me that was much
Mm.
bigger than using
Mm.
drugs. Because
Yeah.
in a moment to the other, I never did touch anymore. That doesn't mean in
Yeah.
the future that will never happen anymore. But I don't do it
Mm.
for 5 years. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
and it was that, and it was because I was so honest writing. It's like
Yeah.
I was finding the pattern. And with alcohol, with me, my father kill himself some
Oh.
months ago. He had it was a very special, interesting
Mm.
master.
Mm.
And I never did drink in my life, even when I was a DJ. And I started drinking when I left, so 4 years ago.
Mm.
And I could handle a bottle of mezcal and be the
Mm.
same. I don't know how.
Mm.
I'm like an
Wow.
anxious rest, and
Wow.
was cool. I never did drink, so I never was a teenager. So I was a teenager mom. I never had freedom. So it's a combo of things. And I used to
Mm.
call my father, who was the alcoholist, like he had, and I used to tell him, I have a problem, and
Mm.
he was telling me many times, you don't. You are with the wrong people, and your
Mm.
relationship is activating things on you, then you need to
Mm.
balance. And the
Right.
sad part of the story was we did not talk anymore because my relationship told me that my father was telling me the wrong things, and my father
Mm.
decided to leave this world. And
Mm.
on the end, when I finally left that relationship, I stopped drinking.
Mm. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
But,
Wow.
you know, it's good then we are talking about addictions and things like that. And I
Yeah.
think as well, then it's good then two people who are successful, because I think we can tell
Yeah.
that, can
Yeah.
talk about this, because and can talk about going through hell and keep
Mhm.
building empires and cool
Keep
things,
pushing. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah,
and
exactly.
we keep having fun and laughing even though we went to hell.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree 1000%. And to be honest with you, I think that became like the new passion. Just like you, I married to the work. I don't even. It's weird. My friends like, oh, what are you gonna do? Let's go here. Let's go there. I'm like, I don't know. You feel like you've already lived that so many. I've lived that for decades. So it's like every friend group around me has gotten married, got kids, moved on, and then where's
Yeah.
Johnny? Oh, he's still back in the scene. He found a new group. It's like that. And I think I'm at that point in my life where I do want to start that chapter and get married, have kids, and all that stuff. But obviously, my
Okay.
work is my work is my work. Like I love being an
Oh
entrepreneur,
yeah,
working
supposedly
from
we are
home.
here to talk about your work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but you know what? This is good. Anna, I'm telling you, this is why I love this kind of stuff because I want people to understand what they see on social media. It's not just like, oh, this person, oh, they look like, anyone can look like what they want on social media. But when they get the backbone story, like I always say, wear your scars proudly because it led you to these moments. It led you to your success. And then maybe even for me to this day, I practice in myself, in my mind, if something is going the wrong way, I tell myself it's okay. Even though things are happening like this, I know in the spirit that God is making room. That's why He's emptying out my life with certain things that don't work anymore. So in order to grow, like I need to, I have to experience these things, and then I really truly believe it's just like not how many times I'm praying to God. Like, I think praying to God is great, but praying to God about the same thing all the time is a sign of unbelief. So if you know God and you prayed about it, just understand it'll happen, but in due time, because we're His
And you
children.
need to surrender.
Yes, surrender. I agree. Give it up because
If you
I
try,
love,
I have a theory. If you
yes,
really want to think and you try
mm,
1, 2, 3 times and it doesn't work,
work.
and
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
can get shit done,
Mhm.
it's not to happen. Like, don't force.
Exactly.
Because if
Don't
you
force.
force, will explode in your face.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
trust me. I've done that a couple thousand times.
I just learned my lesson. Believe me. It's like,
That's the thing. I'm stubborn. Anna, I could be
oh,
stubborn.
Jesus. Yeah, me too. I'm Sagittarius. Like, yeah, I was born on the winter solstice. I am
Yes, yes, yes.
stubborn. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but no one is stubborn alone, right?
Yeah, there you go. And all I want to do, if I could offer a piece of advice to listeners or people are listening, is save your time. In this world, that's all we have, and it is flying by fast. Can you believe,
Hmm.
like, I mean, we're a quarter almost done with 2026. This is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. You know, I I adore what I do. I try. So
Mhm.
my story is I was an international DJ. COVID did hit. I became a coach like 99% of people. With the
Yeah.
difference, and majority of people did believe they could become entrepreneurs. And everyone was at home and everyone pay high
Mhm.
tickets to coaches and blah 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 blah. Detail.
Mhm.
No, you
Right.
cannot do all alone. You cannot jump from corporate to be an entrepreneur alone. And guess what? Being an entrepreneur is being a kamikaze and it's not for everyone.
Mhm.
So I went from being coach, then I was holistic. I was doing tapping in EFT because I did not want any single thing with visibility. I was suffering
Sure.
a lot because I left my family, but it's a long story. And
Mm.
one day, a gay friend of mine who lives in LA called me and told me, "How long you are going to be a fucking bastard?" And I was, sorry, me? I'm the most. Yeah, 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 yeah. How long
Mm.
you are not going to do what your
Mm.
clients want? Because let's be honest, they don't, and I'm just talking about eh,
Sure.
my they don't want to know how to make 10K per month because it's too much for them. Is
Mm.
you need
Mm.
to grind until you figure out the blueprint and then you can chill.
Yeah.
Or for sure you come with another idea if you know the drill, like we never stop.
Mm.
What they want is they want to be seen. They want to kill the imposter syndrome.
Mm.
And I had all the contacts. I still had.
Mm.
And I said, wait a second. And if I can pick up any person who's invisible, was working their 9 to 5, but who always did dream to bring they need to have something special because I'm not God. I'm
Yeah.
really good, but,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and I figure out then if you make that image and you create and you give them clarity and you put them on the cover of a magazine with the correct framework and you
Mm.
create a legacy lane, and I'm going to kill my business right now, but there it is. It's not about
Mm.
the people who are going to buy from you from that cover. Forget that.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
is about how do you feel. It's about becoming the version of
Mm.
yourself. It
Hmm.
is about, of course, if it's made with me, it's always better. But and it's about like the narrative then people watch. Because if they
Yes.
say, oh, if he can do it, I can do it.
Correct.
If and so the imposter syndrome is killed, they
Hmm.
raise their prices, they
Hmm.
go to places where they are not used to be. You saw,
Hmm.
I did, yesterday I did the Vanity Fair where I put my client with Oprah and other people. Like,
Mm.
I think out of the box. I'm working with big companies. I'm doing a lot of pitches for Netflix right now because Netflix need content urgently. That is another thing. Sorry, guys, but you guys need. And more than ever, we want this reality, real stuff, real. Yes, you can be, and I'm going to talk about me. You can be a badass entrepreneur, international DJ, TEDx closer, blah, blah, mom of five, no, I don't know how many divorce, so many bankruptcies, blah, 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 blah. But you can go through hell and in a relationship and you don't even realize. You can have fear of dying and you don't understand how such a badass woman who controls the finances of home because she's the only provider, she stay there. And I think people need hope and confidence, and I will add the confidence, and there comes your perfume, right?
Yes, there it is. And so that's what led me to that, making the confidence in a bottle, I should say.
I love it.
One of my and I as my slogan, I say, like, you don't need too many people. I think once you figure out your identity and you pair that with a high end, high quality, like same quality as the Tom Fords, the Creeds, the same type of material they use. I've made great connections with my own suppliers to produce and create my own scents in that same realm, but offering it at a quarter of the price, and included these pheromones that help attract. Now, I don't create the pheromones. That's
that is
I've
what where is the pheromones coming from?
Yeah. The pheromones come from a company called Liquid Alchemy Labs. They've been around since the 90s. And there was a guy, he's like a founder, like the grandfather of these types of chemicals. I told them the brand that I was creating, and I wanted to create something that's more high end and not just cheesy stuff you see on TikTok. You know what I mean? So
I don't
he
see
came
TikTok.
up with some.
I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I just post my more the more reggaeton kind of songs there. Extra that no, but I preserve. Do you remember the story that you did the other day of the sweets? Like in the same way, I preserve. I cannot say then the summer is coming because it's so hot outside.
I can
right
imagine.
now, no, it's hell.
Yeah.
But I preserve my brain with the contents. We should.
Yeah. We need to.
We should, but there is. Okay. I know. I don't know how. Don't ask me. I know. I know then in 6 months, 1 year, we are going to be having this conversation. And the story is in another level.
Oh, yeah. 1000%. No doubt.
And my question for you is, do you close your eyes many times and you think about the person who's using the perfume?
Yes, I do. Believe it or not, sometimes I think about it, and when I see, even when I go to these parties and I have some guys tell me, "Hey, I'm using your stuff," or "Hey, come smell me," this and that. Just having
come
interactions.
Smell me is very. Come smell me.
Yeah, like literally, I'm not even shitting you. Like I'll be there, Johnny. Hey, come here. What am I wearing? And then immediately I'm like, oh man, this is hilarious. But it's amazing because it makes me feel like I'm giving back,
you know,
to the world in a sense.
You are an alchemist.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, okay.
Literally.
I'm going, you are the alchemist of the confidence. Drop it. That is your title.
I love it.
And I'm not charging for that, so take it. Like
All
the
right.
Alchemist of Confidence, who brought
Got it. Love it.
something that always did
Mm.
exist, and he just
Yeah.
did it, and he served in a way that people were ready to consume. You are an alchemist of
Hmm.
confidence. Like I
Thank
will
you.
send you my
Yes, I
invoice
like that.
I will send
Great.
you my invoice on the end. Um, I'm joking. No, I'm not. You are the alchemist of confidence. You are the
Thank you.
alchemist of confidence.
Thank you.
That is
I
because
receive it. I receive.
alchemist, alchemist. Like, did you ever read the book Alchemist from Paulo Coelho? Do you know?
No, I don't. But I
Okay.
didn't. But I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an old
Is
book.
it like a science, like almost the chemicals? Yeah, that's
No, no,
amazing.
no, no. It's a
And going
story.
back to what
It's
you
a
were saying,
story. But you are because you have that aura of our. It's not my in between Portuguese, English, and God know what.
I love
Uh, you are the alchemist of. I can see you like creating the potion of the confidence and
it. Yeah,
bottling up and
literally.
and
Yeah,
serving
literally.
to people in the way they are used to by whatever is TikTok or influencers or whatever. We play the game
Yeah.
and oh, we sell what they want, we give what
Mm.
they need.
Mm, I love that.
We sell as well and
Yep.
we give as well what they want, but extra. They come to me because
Yeah.
they want visibility. I give to
Right.
them a belief in themselves and a new identity.
Oh, yes, yes, I see that.
I
That's
just did
excellent.
that with you right now.
You
You
did.
are the
We
alchemist
did.
of the
You did.
confidence.
Exactly. That tailors to
Dropping the
the
mic.
specific niche. Drop the mic, girl. That's all you, Anna.
Let's go.
I'm like, don't drop the mic. We need
No, 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 no. No, poor him.
it.
Yeah. How that feels.
But yeah, it feels amazing. It feels amazing, and I couldn't have said it better myself. I think that's pretty on
Of
point
course
with what
not,
I'm
because
doing.
that is one of the reasons why I'm the best in the market. No, I'm not
Absolutely,
joking. I am
1000%.
really good. And
I believe it.
you are the alchemist of confidence.
Mm,
Because
mm.
perfume is a magic potion.
Exactly, exactly. And it's unique to each one's experience because when they get a chance to, aside from smell good and unique, it we use human grade pheromones to help attract already what's inside of you. So it doesn't really, it just amplifies already what you are, you know? This is why I think
It
it's
did
important.
change, for example, my skin changed the
Hmm.
sense of perfumes.
Sense. Sure.
It
Yeah.
can be.
And that depends on the yeah, that depends on the notes that's inside certain perfumes. But like when we're done with this, you have to give me your address. I'm gonna send you the stuff I have for women
I never
and
know where I am, but okay, I did rent this house for a
you
month, so I think you will get that. Okay.
you'll get it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And you have to let me know what's your favorite and go out when you have some social occasions and you'll see. You'll see for yourself like, oh, it's interesting. Like the social interactions with people change and it's just different because you're already a bundle of light and joy, right? So I mean, imagine so much more. And on top of, this scent, it will speak to you different. That's why I'm gonna give you all of what we have for the women, because I don't know which one's your style. So if you like sweet, if you like fresh, if you like businesswoman type, I have something for all of it. So it's great.
I'm in a season of dark villain, kind of.
Dark villain,
What?
I got something for you.
Yeah.
I got something for you.
Like
I
I
got
have this collection of like dark I have 300 message. Yeah, I'm in a season of I'm going to say something and it's probably not going to sound well, but Like I did share a little bit, I was in a very toxic relationship. And when I break free, as a good narcissist, he tried all kinds of it. He destroyed all my business, my friendships, you name it. And I was quiet and quiet and quiet. And I never did reply, because if you are being a victim of a narcissist, the worst thing you can do is reply to them. So the last thing I replied was, he sent me a terrible, after 4 years of being married, he made terrible email.
Wow.
The most disgusting one. And I just wrote, I'm impressed. Karma is a bitch. And then I wrote 4 tracks, totally different. I can send to you.
Yeah.
And all chorus, in totally different vibes, all chorus say, karma is a bitch and you fuck with the wrong witch. I'm laughing. What did happen, and I'm not going in details, what did happen after was really hard for him and his family. So I felt kind of, oh shit, I should not. But then in reality, it's not that. You cannot go in the world and do so much bad, like going and filming the front door of my house, like levels of. And you cannot do that, because where you focus your energy comes back to you. So that, I'm in a moment where I know, and there is another song that I say, I realize finally, no king is coming to save me. I'm going to save myself. I always did. And I'm free and I'm mine. And so I'm in that dark. Not dark in a bad way, but in more like, no, we are not doing that.
Okay.
No. No, with limits and consequence and etc. Give me a second.
Sure.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't.
No problem.
It's so, but about the perfumes. I don't know how long on the call, but 1 hour. 1 hour? Yes. Let's talk about the perfumes. Tell me.
So, our fragrances revolve. What's that now?
What is the story behind?
That's the story. Well, that's kind of what it was. So basically, it started from, being an exotic dancer for women, being a dating coach for men, and then learning about social dynamics and bundling everything up. It's like, what can I make? And when you said alchemist, I literally thought about confidence in the bottle. So that's kind of where it derived everything from. I said, what if I can present something consumable where people can wear and feel for themselves? Like there's no risk. Basically they have a 30-day money back guarantee, and not only will they smell nice.
You have a
I'm
certain.
serious.
You should not have. I don't believe you should have. What?
I mean, here's the thing. Our return rate is next to 0, so that means I'm doing something
Why do you
right.
think that? Why do you think that is? And please tell me you don't do promotions.
How do you mean promotions?
Like you do, like, for example, a deal for Valentine's Day or something like that.
Not necessarily. Like I have a full marketing team who does that. It's just more like emo marketing, but me myself.
No. I mean, like, you are an alchemist of confidence.
Yes, alchemist of confidence, and I like that because that's my way of taking experience of what I know.
How much do you pay to believe in yourself? And how different was your life? If you are fucking sure, then you are going to make it. No price.
There's no price.
I want a part of your company.
Priceless.
I want equity. Yeah.
Yeah. Equity. Yeah, exactly. Now, see, you're a real businesswoman. Oh, everyone, affiliates think more like, I will take, 10%, 15%. Now that's good. I think people are, and it's just a beautiful thing. That's why I said today I'm going to go to this networking event full of creators and stuff. But it's just they're so young, and that's why I'm always learning about it. Like I'm trying to keep on, stay up to date, like what's new, what's the trend, but I don't follow trends just to know how I can, like, how do I communicate this to someone who's a lot younger than I am without sounding old.
You will not play that game with me, boy.
Ah. I can't.
No.
Real recognize real. That's why I know you, Anna.
Do you know something? When I
Mm,
was the day, so my birthday is 21 December, and
mm,
the day I did 29, I
mm,
cried for 3 days in a row. And
mm.
since then, I like life is so much better after 30. And it,
Yeah.
it, it depends. Like, you decide, you design your own fucking reality.
Hmm.
It's bad, great, suffer. Until, like, and that is what really annoys me is I could tell you how terrible my life have been on the last year.
Mm,
I can
mm,
tell you that my Stripe account was closed yesterday with a lot
mm,
of money inside, and I have no clue when I'm going to get. For example.
mm, mm,
Um, but when you have this experience in life, oh, another thing comes to play. When you lose all, and
mm,
when you look to your biggest fear on the eyes and you survive,
mm,
you know. Then I arrived to Mexico some months ago back because I arrived with a pair of my cowboy boots, um,
mm,
my passport, my computer was stolen, my 2 t-shirts, 2 pairs of underwear, and backpack, and my
mm,
passport. And um, I did lost access to my bank accounts. I lost the money that was on the banks. I lost all. All. I had no friends. I don't speak with my family. My father just died. You name it. And supposedly I had a cancer on my head. Let's go there. Um, and since I'm little and I'm younger, I'm the only child. My mom died when I was 10. My biggest fear was to be alone. And that is the only reason someone insane has 5 kids before she's 30. So because she don't
mm,
want to be alone, guess what? The universe have very funny jokes. I found myself very
mm,
sick and alone and no access to my bank
mm.
accounts and etc.
Yeah.
And when you look to your fear on the eyes, and I will send you a song about that. The name is Becoming Legendary. It's
Mm,
very interesting because you have nothing more to lose. And when you died already, you just enjoy each second of your life.
I
So as
agree.
well, you don't have time for, like Spanish people say, pendejadas. You don't have time for stupid
Mm,
things. Like you say, no, I'm not losing
exactly.
time with you. No. But I
Hmm.
spend time with people that I adore to spend. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yep. And I really believe that's why things happen the way they do. No matter how bad life seems like, and you survive, and you've been through it, you're seeing a pattern, or maybe you're going through something similar. I
Mhm.
always bring myself back to the worst worst.
What
And
is
I
the
think
worst
about how
scenario?
much,
What is the worst thing can happen? That is what always saves me. Okay, what is the worst thing
yeah,
can happen? Can I
yeah,
handle? Let's go.
yes, yeah, yeah. Exactly. And when you've been through that and you're stronger, your skin becomes thicker. You wise up and mature and to know, like, I know how to, I think most important for me was managing my emotions, not reactive, but observing it and taking a step back, take a breath. I've seen this before. I know how this is going to play out. And I speak life to the situation. I know my life looks like this, but by the God I serve, this is what's going to happen. I will speak to the situation. Whatever, whatever is going to happen, it will happen because you now are fulfilling prophecy when you speak. That's why I'm careful with my words. People who say, I'm so
Oh,
stupid, I'm
that
a
is
bitch, I'm so
so
dumb,
no, that
you
is
know.
so important.
Yeah.
Words, like I use a lot AI doing songs, but all the lyrics are all the details, and you can know the story of each song.
Mm,
Some are very explicit, so you can get it very fast. But it is about be careful with the words
mm-hmm,
then you tell,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
because they become your reality.
mm-hmm,
And it's it's just alchemists of confidence.
mm-hmm.
Are you ready to step up on that journey? I know you
Oh
are,
yeah.
but on that
Oh yeah.
dress,
The garments.
that
Yeah.
garment. I was looking for the word.
1,000%. Yeah. 1,000%. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm ready to receive, and I just look forward to where this journey is going to bring me because I feel like this is pregame. Once I step in, and that there's a certain point where I cross, then I feel like okay, now it's beginning. That's why when you told me when we have this conversation, our next conversation, 5 to 6 months from now, you'd be like, wow, so much
You
to
know, and
catch
I
up on.
know. We know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah.
And it doesn't need, it's not needs to be, then we, whatever, do any single thing together. Is we know.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, if you activate this version of you, when
Mm-hmm.
you look to your mirror and you have the clarity of what is your mission. I
Yeah.
am a visibility architect. I am thinking much more than that. I'm a witch who just
Mm,
reactivate your superpowers and bring
mm,
the version of you that was to shrink, because I did shrink all my life. I was always
mm-hmm.
too much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very difficult for you to find peers who are, it sounds very arrogant, and it's not that, and I mean, it's like I grew
No, I
up
will.
with a lot of
Mm-hmm.
privilege. I grew up a white girl in a country in Africa, the only white girl,
Mm,
and my mother was so epic because even though this is after the independence, so Portugal lost the colonies in 74, so I was born in
mm,
80. And my mom used to tell me that was a very small country, and used to tell
mm-hmm.
me, then you learn with the lady who helps you in the house in the same way then you
Mm-hmm.
learn with your uncle that is the president of the country.
Mm,
They will teach you, and they will deserve the same level of attention, respect, and you need always to be humble. You don't know all the things. You are always learning.
exactly. Yep.
And and when
Yep.
you
That's
live like this, sometimes you have no patience for people talking about bullshitting things.
yeah. Tell me about it. Because then it goes one in here, other sky. Our level of intellect is so far apart, you know? And
I
that's
used
okay. And that's
I
okay.
used
So
to
sometimes.
I used to sell package for 6 months or 1 year to work with people and on many covers and blah, blah, blah. I stopped doing that. I work the first project, to be sure, because gods.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, gods. And the worst thing is like the ego goes up and you start
Oh
like,
yeah.
they feel like there is a moment oh God, there is a moment. Then I have this client and she's in her third cover and she looks to me and she starts talking with me like I'm her mate. And because if I'm working with you, we are team. Like we go for it. I don't have
Yeah.
clients. I have teammates. We go together. Like
Yeah.
there is message 3 a.m. with weird thoughts and ideas. Like just put your phone on silence because you don't need to listen to my voice at that hour. And she was telling me, all my life I knew it. And now I'm getting, people are looking to me and I see it. And I was like, second, you found a person who puts the focus and the lights on the best parts of you, and I was just realizing that are the only best parts of you. So let's slow down.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He and that's okay. I mean, some people you see where they're at, and then you live your life like humbly, and people would never know. Like I think how we carry ourselves is super important, and I think who belittle people is because maybe they had some sort of little success that they've never had before, and then they feel entitled now. Like, oh, I'm the boss. Oh,
Oh
you do what I say. You know, the ego steps in like that. That's what you were saying.
yeah, and it's like, and I don't know, it's like I had it all. I played for 13,000 people. I bought 2 Porsches on
Mm.
the same day. Don't ask. Stupid.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get $2,000 fine for 1 month of driving a Porsche just to take my kids to school because in Holland you pay like $100 for each extra mile then you go. So
Are you from are you from Holland?
no, I'm from Portugal, but I live in Amsterdam for quite some time. So
My girlfriend's from Amsterdam.
I lived all over. So yeah. So
Wow, that's crazy.
we are neighbors all over the world. So now, what is next? What is in your mind before this conversation? What was next? Let's put it like that.
What's next for me is, to be honest with you, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue what I started. I think this is going to open up the doors. I definitely want to get in more into. I have stores hitting me up now who want to carry this stuff, my brand, into their boutiques. And I want to. I think I want to aim for that more, like the retail side of things. Not because I want to be in retail. I want to do it because like having your name next to other people like Creeds or Tom Fords or the Zherzhovs. I think that's a great opportunity. I think that whatever door God opens for me is like something that I take upon myself, and I walk through. But I do it with confidence because I always have these dreams and visions sometimes, and I know that's like every single time I've dreamt something, they're always usually symbolic. Maybe it doesn't happen exactly how I dreamt it, but there's always some sort of correlation, and I see it, and then I kind of just dive in. I discern things in the spirit, and then I kind of just let it come manifest outside. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
vice versa. I love meeting people like you because you get it. You've been
No,
there,
but I picture that girl who goes and
Yeah.
runs to the, that big stores where they have like loads of different things, and she goes to the perfume parts, and she
Yeah.
goes directly to find yours. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because of the story
That
of the
story.
Alchemist of Confidence.
Exactly. You know,
And
my
she
mentors always
doesn't
told me,
want to wait. She
yeah,
wants today. So she goes
exactly.
to the store and she buys.
Exactly. Exactly. And the thing I love is that's something I always believed in, you know. It's easy to tell a bunch of facts why I should get this, why I should get that. But I always say facts tell, stories sell. So your story is a testament to your brand or whatever who you are. And that by nature is just the natural influence of someone who can resonate with your story or something similar. So
Or
yeah, I think
repel. Or
I
repel.
repel, yeah.
And
Yeah.
one of the things we are going to happen is in few months, 1 year more or less, we are going to be
Hmm.
vomiting AI, and we want
Yep.
this. We
Yeah.
want this. This is going to be the
The
high
connection.
ticket. The high ticket is going to be on the presence of the alchemist of confidence, and they can explain
Hmm.
the story and what is behind.
Hmm.
So, thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. It is a blessing to have you as the interviewer. You're great. I think you're an amazing person, and I hope after this we can become friends. You know, like I definitely want to know more about your story. We can circle back five,
Oh
6 months
yeah,
from
we
now,
will
and then
circle back without cameras and etc. I I I have been telling my people and working with people. For example, I have this client, Jess, then was my friend, is the
Mhm.
only client to know me in person, was my
Mhm.
friend, is
Mhm.
and he now is making music to help to save lives. Like people can
Oh,
listen to his
great!
songs. And you saw him in like I did Vogue, Forbes, GQ with a lot of famous people on our Vanity Fair, and we are opening his own magazine, what I think can be a very cool thing for you
Wow.
as well. And I
Yep.
am casting some stories for Netflix, and I was very focused on hope, and now I
Hmm.
realize I should be focused on confidence as well, because hope alone without action.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
thank
There
you
you
for
go.
that. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where can people find your products? So
Okay.
partial
So you
now.
can Yeah, you can find us on Instagram at S the number one, like the number one, ck.shop underscore, or you can go straight to the website at sickshop.com. And the I, instead of an I, it's going to be a number one.
Why sick shop?
Sick is like the number one, it stands out. So you're the one. So it's sick. Like that's a sick
Oh,
one. You know what
okay.
I mean?
Okay. I
Yeah.
have a lot of connections on Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
Oh,
And
really?
I'm
Okay, great.
very, yeah, I have one magazine, the name is Legendary Arabia. It's mine. I have
Okay.
Legendary Arabia, Legendary Edition, and this is the one then I send you the message. And I have Legendary Mexico because guess
Okay.
what? Mexico has a shit ton of money as well. And I did
Oh.
not know that until I start living here. And can be super curious to figure out how could we and I don't know why I'm putting myself here. Like, like it's automatically my brain starts working. It's I'm just I know I'm going to get a lot of downloads and I'm going to drop a lot of message to you and you do whatever you want with that.
Sure.
I just do you know what is success for me?
Hmm.
Is spending time in making projects reality with people then I like to spend time with.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way. Like I that's what I'm saying. Like when I go through and do something, I like people seeing their same type of passion and bringing it to life. Because there's a lot of
Mm.
people who get to a certain place and they don't want to help the next guy. It just becomes like what they can do for me, 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 me. But Hey man, I love, that's why I love, like, when I see people win, because now you have something both to be excited about. You know what I
And
mean?
at
It
least
should
you
be
can
win-win.
look to them without jealousy.
Yeah,
Just, I want to say, what the
exactly.
heck he did. I have another gift for you.
I receive. I love gifts.
Okay. It's an idea that I have been doing
Okay.
for my clients. It's
Okay.
creating a music
Okay.
about your products.
Okay.
Release that music with your brand as
Uh,
one of the artists. And you know
okay.
what is going to happen?
Tell
Google
me.
will activate the Google Knowledge Panel.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I
What
give
is go?
what is the Google
What is
Knowledge
that?
Panel? Do you
Yeah, yeah.
know?
What is that one?
It's like the upgrade version of Wikipedia. Do you know when you look like Tony Robbins and you see all the photos and etc. on the main page?
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
You
And yeah, it's like a.
cannot request one, but for some weird reason, if you do with music, go. I should sell this information. They will. So I do music for my clients.
That's
So
awesome.
they activate. I'll send you some so you have fun.
Please, please. I'd love
Go
to.
to the
I'd love to.
party and send some pictures because I'm bored as shit here. But I'm going to be working on the afternoon, have loads of fun. Thank you for
Thank you.
existing.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Anna. God bless you. And I'm gonna see you on the next one.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye bye. Enjoy it. Text
Thank
me.
you, baby.
Bye. Bye
I
bye.
will.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Ciao.